Today, we're talking about a massive naval mission happening in one of the most important shipping lanes in the world, a mission to hunt for a threat that might not even be real. Let's get into it. So, it all kicks off with this pretty bold statement. Peace talks with Iran wrap up, there's no deal, and President Trump declares a total military victory, saying the US has completely neutralized Iran's navy. But at pretty much the exact same time, US Central Command confirms something very different is going on. A really complex, really tricky mine clearance operation is starting in the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, so what's the plan here? On paper, it sounds simple enough. Find any naval mines in the water and get rid of them. But as you can imagine, the reality is way, way more complicated. Because this is what they're up against: 1,400 square miles. Just try to picture that. It's a gigantic area of open water. We're talking about the ultimate needle in a haystack situation. And that brings us to the big question, right? How does the most powerful navy on the planet even begin to tackle a problem like this? Well, the answer is this fascinating mix of smart strategy, cool tech, and just pure human grit. To really get how you hunt for mines, you gotta talk to someone who's actually done it. We're looking at the breakdown from former Navy Lieutenant Commander Tom Sauer. He's a mine disposal specialist, and he's worked in the Strait of Hormuz. He knows this game inside and out. And this is the perfect way to think about it. It's Sauer's analogy, and it just nails the strategy. You can't just send people in to start looking for mines. You've got to take care of a couple of really important things first. So here's the deal. Two things absolutely have to happen. First, you have to stop the problem at the source, make sure the enemy can't drop any more mines in the water. And second, you need a ceasefire. The shooting has to stop so these teams can do their delicate work safely. According to our source, both of those boxes have been checked. So, the people who actually do this work are Navy EOD, which stands for Explosive Ordnance Disposal. The easiest way to think about them is as the military's elite, super specialized bomb squad. They're trained to handle any kind of explosive, anywhere. And it looks like the specific team handling this is EOD Mobile Unit 6. And get this, their call sign is the Keg Busters. I mean, these are the absolute pros you call when you have this exact kind of problem. So what are they bringing to the party? Well, their toolkit is this amazing mix of high-tech robotics. We're talking unmanned underwater vehicles, little remote-controlled subs, and, of course, the one thing you can't replace, highly trained EOD divers who have to get up close and personal with these things. And the process itself is incredibly careful. They'll search one patch of water, and if they find something that looks like a mine, they don't stop. They just mark its location on the map, and then they keep searching to find out what the whole picture looks like. Only then do they go back and deal with every single threat they found. So they've got the team, they've got the plan. But let's go back to that number again. A 1,400 square mile search. An operation this huge comes with a twist that, honestly, is pretty surprising. And this, right here, is the wildest part of the whole story, according to the expert. Even though this massive military mission is underway, as of right now, there is zero confirmation that there are any mines in the water at all. They're searching for a threat that might not even exist. Which, of course, leads to the great unknown at the center of all this. What will they find out there? After all this effort, all this tech, all this expertise, is it going to be a field of deadly mines, or is it going to be absolutely nothing? You know, as Sauer points out, finding a mine is incredibly hard, even for the people who put it there. So the strategy is pretty logical. They'll start by searching the area that was officially declared a danger zone, and then they'll expand from there. This is not going to be fast. It's expected to take at least a few days. So what does a mission like this, full of so much uncertainty, actually feel like for the specialists on the ground? Well, for the EOD teams, this isn't just another job. This is the moment they've been preparing for their entire careers. This quote from Tom Sauer really says everything you need to know. He's talking about his old teammates, his Navy EOD brothers, and you can just feel it. For them, this is the Super Bowl. This is the job they have been training for decades. It's a really profound moment for that whole community. So if you boil it all down, the big takeaway is this incredible picture of modern security. It's cutting-edge robots working alongside the irreplaceable skills of a human diver, all working together in a careful, methodical search for a phantom. And that leaves us with one final thing to think about. In a world full of uncertainty, we tend to think of military power as overwhelming force, you know? But how much of real security today actually comes down to this kind of patient, painstaking work? The search for a danger that you can't even